How you doing, Brandon? Nice to see you, as always. How you doing, folks? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining me. Welcome to the Tuesday edition of my live stream here. I hope you've been having a good start to your week. Yes, that was Time Remembered that I just played. That was one of my favorite Bill Evans tunes. Just such a beautiful chord progression, right? Like that, beautiful, right? Like wow, right? Just an absolutely beautiful chord progression. Time Remembered. It had some challenging changes as well, but it's really has that. It really showcases Bill's like that romantic period, romantic era that he was very influenced by people like Maurice Ravel and Claude Debussy. It has such a just the ways that it goes, and the fact that it just uses major sevens and minor seven chords. In that, there's no dominant sevens. There's no like half diminished or anything. It's such a beautiful tune. And I love playing it as usually it's played as a ballad, and can also be played as a walking ballad, like going to like a double time kind of feel. But I like playing it as like a straight eights, like with a straight eight kind of feel to it. That's really nice. 'Cause those changes, they're definitely, they're just so, I don't know, they're so versatile in terms of what you can do with them. I've even played it in that kind of like Dilla kind of style, that Dilla Robert Glasper kind of thing, because it definitely, those chord changes definitely have that kind of vibe to it as well. It would be really cool to hear Glasper play a version. If he has played a version, if you know of a version that if he's ever played this, please let me know. I'd love to hear it. But anyway, I'm glad you could join me today, or tonight, or well, it's tonight for me. I've been doing some practice for the last 3-4 hours. I've been practicing. I got some gigs coming up in the next few weeks, but was doing some practicing on the upright, which was really nice. And yeah, it's really nice to just play, and so just kind of transition here. Hey, Hartvig, how you doing, man? You got to check out the field book? Nice. Oh, that's so cool, man. It's super fun. Yeah, that's what I love to hear. I'm glad you've been enjoying it, and now you've just inspired me to go and do the same thing. We should play Invitation. Why not? It has a poinciana groove to it. So the field book, which is a really cool play along, jazz play along, for practicing improvising, and I'm gonna play one because Hartvig, has inspired me to do so here. But I've got some other tunes that I'm gonna play to as well and practice, because I have to play them on some gigs coming up. But right now, I think I'm gonna just play through a standard here, one of my favorite standards actually, Invitation, and they do it with a poinciana groove. So poinciana is a tune. There's a tune called poinciana. Which is really nice. Let's see here. Oh, it's crazy how I'm so used to playing it at like a way faster tempo, you know. that's the that's the cool thing about this. I've never done. I haven't really done it at this kind of slower poinciana kind of groove. So it's kind of fun to do it like that. But I'm so used to, because I've played the kind of Jocko tempo, you know. You know, so, like I would play that a lot with a band back in LA with one of my best friends, Steve Weingart, great keyboard player, and with a drummer named Joel Taylor, one of my favorite drummers ever. And we would have a lot of fun with it. But I've also been playing with some young cats out here as well, where, you know, it's really fun to kind of just push them a bit. You know, they're young, so they can, you know, they're trying to develop the stamina and the chops to, you know, be able to keep that tempo kind of consistent as well at the higher tempos. But folks, how you doing? I've got quite a few people on here. Let me see what's going on in the chat. I'm glad you could join me. Welcome to the live stream. And Flat County Boy, how you doing? Whoa, that's quite a bass. Yeah, this 6 strings right here, man. And you have enough with 4 strings to cope with. Hey, sometimes I have even with the 4 strings, I'll be like, wait, what's going on? I just obviously making things more difficult with more strings and more pickups. Yeah, why not? Right? Why not? You only live once. Add more strings. Go ahead. Well, I'm glad you could join me. Yes, so again, that was Invitation. And yeah, Patitucci he's a huge influence on my playing. He's one of the reasons why I started playing the 6 string bass. Um, and and quite lately I've definitely been in a Patitucci rabbit hole. I've got some gigs coming up where I'm going to be playing some Patitucci tunes, which is kind of cool. At least just the one from his first record, as well as going to be playing Got a Match. So I'm gonna shed those tunes here on the live stream shortly. So that's I'm feeling good about it. And thank you. I appreciate the kind comments, folks. Thank you so much. If you haven't, please like and subscribe here to my channel. That way you can know whenever I go live, which is actually twice a week for the most part. Try to keep it pretty consistent, depending if I'm, got a lot going on. But generally, it's always twice a week. So yeah, Lee Linton, nice to see you. Appreciate you so much. Sasha, what's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you on here as always. Hope all's well with you, man. If you guys want to see some great, real in-depth bass stuff, make sure you check out Sasha's channel. He has some really cool analysis, and also really great tips. Sasha's an incredible bassist himself, man. And you can learn a lot. I definitely do. And really breaks them down really nicely. It's nice to see like some really, I some time ago someone said, "Oh, why do you like, on your live stream, why do you tell other people, why do you tell your viewers about other bass channels? Aren't you in like competition?" Like, no, not at all. I want there to be some a lot of great resources for bass players. It shouldn't just all come from one person. There's a lot of great players out there, great musicians who have some really good stuff to share. And I think it makes just for more quality viewing when there's some really great stuff out there, and you get to pick and choose what resonates with you and what works for you. So that's the cool thing, and Sasha is one of those cats, who definitely adds to that. So yeah, please check out Sasha's stuff. Flat County Boys saying, I've only been playing bass for 4 months, but hell, I've got a very long way to go. Hey, man, that's first of all, that's so cool, man. Those 4 months, I hope you're having a blast. And yeah, the thing. Look, I still have a long way to go as well, because there's so much more that I want to do. I was actually, speaking of Patitucci, I was actually chatting with him the other day, and even he was telling me, he's like, "Oh man, like I'm just, just shedding and practicing. I'm just trying to learn more." So I'm just like, man, what else have you got going? But it makes sense. There's so much music that he's really, obviously he's played so much music, but to him there's still much more that he wants to experience and discover. So it's always going to be an ongoing thing. And I think the thing that is important is that you play the music and listen to the music, um, and pursue the music that really resonates with you, that makes you feel good, um, that also intrigues you and interests you, and that can be any kind of thing. Um, and even try to pursue the sounds that are in your head that you've got going on up here. Try to figure that out. Um, there's always that thing, that search. There's never a thing of like, okay, I finally conquered music. It doesn't work like that. um, there's and as the decades, go on, and as music progresses, there's always something new to discover as well. Um, whether it's how to play different types of music, different styles, and even just the techniques of how we play instruments as well. This thing as well. So yeah. Um, so all the best to you, Flat County boy. Um, just have fun playing the bass. Play the music that really, and for anyone as well who's just starting their journey, have fun. That's the biggest thing that you can do. Have fun and just enjoy it. Play with musicians that want to do the same thing as you and that give you joy as well. And what we got here, Lachlan Kent. Do you warm up pre-stream? Could you share some warm-ups? I have a set routine for warm-up, but I'm afraid of getting bored before I get stuck in. Yeah, I was before the live stream, or at least tonight's live stream. Well, tonight for me. For some of you, you might have just woken up. I was practicing because I was practicing some tunes for gigs, so I'm definitely warmed up for sure. But sometimes when I get on the live streams, I haven't warmed up, and so I kind of just get into it like right away, cold, and I try to. It's not a thing of where I try to always be warmed up before I get on the live stream, because I think it's also important. I like to just kind of just get on these live streams as is. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen, But I can share a few warm-ups that I definitely like doing. There's a combination of there's a combination of, yes, exercises, but also playing to music, and also just playing real free, that's the thing there is, and it might be one of those options, or it might be all of them. For a warm-up, I don't always do an exercise, and sometimes I don't always do just playing along to a tune or just kind of free playing. I would say most of the time it's going to be just playing free. So in terms of the playing free thing, it's literally that. I might start with some open strings, right? And with some double stops. And I'll play atonally as well, so not in a key. And I'll just let my fingers just go wherever. And also not in time or anything, and it will just be random. I'm not... kind of, sometimes it'll morph into something. But this is, I do this to essentially just kind of get grounded with the instrument, you know? Just to, it's a good way for me to kind of just loosen up a bit. And also, not in terms of like just my hands, but also what I'm hearing as well, right? That's the thing, is that I'm warming up my ears too. So in a sense, it then starts where I start hearing stuff in my head, like melodies or just whatever, and I try to recreate that on the instrument. And it might start to turn into something. But I'll do that for quite a while, and it's, for me, it's a really good way to just loosen up by playing some real loose stuff. In terms of exercises, sure, you know, I'll do the one. My favorite one is so, you know, I'll do things like that, or even just playing along with and then playing with a tune, like where I just play some time. And I actually did that on my last live stream, where I started off, I hadn't warmed up. I started off, I just played along with some tunes, because that's also a really nice way to initiate yourself into playing, you know, music. That's the thing. And I like playing, just like I said, just playing time, just playing along with groove. Because it's a nice, again, it's a combination, like I said, yeah, your hands, but also just your senses, your musical intuition, waking that up and getting it, you know, ready in a sense. Especially if you're going to go play a gig or a recording session or rehearsal. You want that to be ready to be able to react to what you're playing, what you're listening to as well, so that you have that communication and that interplay. So that's what I like to do in terms of warm-ups, you know. It's not all these, you know, fancy, you know, kind of stuff, which, you know, at one point it was definitely like that when I was much younger, but I found that to be more effective, a more effective warm-up for me, when I would kind of get a little more, try to find that connection with the instruments. And I think that might have developed, you know, as I became more of a serious upright bassist, because that instrument is just so organic, you know, obviously acoustically, that's there's something, at least for me, there's something about just like the sound of it and the tone even just by playing open strings or playing long tones. You really appreciate the tone and the sound, and really working at getting that sound that you want. And so that was the same, that kind of translated to the electric bass as well. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. And hey, Gil, how you doing, man? Always good to see you. Sasha, as always, man, appreciate your support and kind words. Means a lot. Um, Flat County boys say, I'm loving it. Thanks. After spending 20 years as a sportsman, I'm 55. Hey, that's cool, man. You know, it's never too late to it's never too late to pick up the bass and to, or you know, to be interested in playing music. Um, and you don't have to become a pro or anything. You can just play it just because you love music and you want to play an instrument, or you want to just jam with your buddies or whatever, or play along to your favorite records. Um, you can do it like that, but it's not a thing where like, oh, you know, you should have started it, you know, when you were younger. Nah, man, you can do it at any time. You really can, and it's good for you as well. Like it's good for your brain. It's good for your mental health. Um, you know, playing music, doing something artistic. So, hey, man, more power to you. You know. Any thoughts on strings like tapewound? I'm finding my current strings are killing my fingers. My index finger has been so painful for 2 months. Yeah. So a few things if that I would recommend if you haven't already. And so first of all, the depending on what type of strings you have, yeah, you might want to go for something that is much more lighter. You can look at tapewound. They're going to be a much more mellower, way more mellower type of sound. And you know, I'm not sure if that's the type of sound that you want to go for. They are nice strings. I use steel strings, but also like the steel strings shouldn't be hurting your fingers. So a few things that come to mind is maybe the setup of your instrument. Um, has your instrument been professionally set up? And I don't mean taking it to like Guitar Center to have them do it, but actually getting a good luthier who does really nice setups to have the instrument playing nicely. That is a big deal right there. The other thing too is how hard are you playing? You shouldn't need to play very hard. Um, so those would be the few things. But I would say, yeah, you might want to look at some lighter strings. Tapewound, look, I think you should give tapewound a go. And again, if you're trying to play in a rock band or something, I don't think tapewound is going to be what you would want to use. But hey, you might like it. But those would be the things I would recommend just checking out. The setup of your instrument, how hard are you playing? You should never have to fight with your instrument. The instrument should be very easy to play, and you don't need to put a lot of effort into it in order to get a really good sound. You know, you really don't. Especially a lot of basses today. A lot of them are made, you know, where you don't have to muscle them, you know, and you shouldn't have to. Low end bike. Hey, nice to see you. Hey, bro, not sure if you got my email. I did not. I don't know when you sent it. In Sydney, can't make the show. Oh, it's all good, man. But you bought tickets for your photo. Nice. Oh, that's cool. All right, I'll be sure to look out for your mom, man. I appreciate it. I'll look out for your email. No, that's cool, man. And Lachlan, I'm glad that you found that helpful, and thank you, Sasha. And then Sasha, what when you start a free improvisation, do you focus on something specific like triad, a scale, or one motivic idea, or do you just take what comes? I take what comes, man. But well, at least when what I did then, there might be something that comes. It just depends on what is happening then. It might be totally different, but a lot of times it's going to be something very abstract and atonal. And I almost think of something that is in a way, yeah, that is just very avant-garde. Sometimes it like, and that's the thing too. I'm not a I'll tell you this, I have played my fair share of avant-garde and free jazz music, creative improvisational music that is very free and that sounds like just, people are just playing random stuff or whatever. Yeah, sure. I've done a lot of that as well. And the reason I did that is that so that I could allow myself this sort of kind of this freedom in order to be able to just do that on the instrument if I wanted to. And I also feel that it is a way of being able to express as well. Like, sure, can it get silly at sometimes? Yeah, I mean, it's definitely sparking an emotion from the listener if they start laughing at it. Yeah, then that's definitely one way of getting there, right? But it's essentially, I'm just going to be playing free, man, for the most part, and then because look at it this way, all right. Say you've got this, you've got a piece of Play-Doh, all right? You got a piece of Play-Doh and it's just very rough, okay? It's just like whatever. And you can mold it into pretty much anything, right? You really can. The Play-Doh could even start off as a ball or a triangle or a square or whatever. But I like to approach it from, okay, I've got this piece of Play-Doh and it's just like a blob, just whatever blob. And so you kind of feel around with it and you stretch it and whatever and seeing, okay, what's going on here. And eventually you start to take shape of something. You start to get ideas of, oh, what could this be, or anything like this. So you just see what happens. Oh, no, that doesn't really hold shape. Oh, let's try something. So I kind of approach it like that. Talk about avant-garde, right? Or kind of cerebral. That's how I kind of look at it as well. with just playing free like that. So I like to approach it like that. I like to craft something out of like nothing, other than like I have this instrument here that has strings and all these notes, and obviously there is like infinite possibilities of what you can create with it, which is pretty crazy to think, that like what. So yeah. And Lachlan saying, can you please demonstrate getting different tones feel from, say, open string versus fifth fret, cutting off notes versus letting it ring? Yeah, absolutely. So you're talking about like muting. I will get to that in a second. Sasha is asking, do you narrow your focus sometimes? Yeah, sometimes I will. I definitely will. So it could be a thing of like, what happens if I just use all you know, minor 9 chords for something. You know, like I'll narrow focus. That's an example of how I might narrow focus, or like maybe even something with like a rhythm as well. You know, okay, I'm just gonna use this rhythm of da 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 da. Right, I'm just gonna use da 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 da, and but and I'll displace it however I want. And again, that has the possibility of turning into something else as well, right? Sometimes it's a cool little challenge and exercise to kind of to limit the focus like that as well. So I will do both. It just again, it's just dependent on my mood. It really is. That's going to be something that dictates what is going to be played sometimes. You know. So going back to Lachlan, can you please demonstrate getting different tones, feel from, say, open string versus fifth fret? Yeah, you know, so this is the thing, and that's a great question. So obviously, on the fifth fret, you know, being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? We have the notes here that can also be played as open strings as well. So sometimes, say if I'm, let's take an example of playing a tune that might have a bass line that is literally like playing A, where it's just going to be now obviously you can see that I was playing that on the open A string, right? But I can also do it on the fifth fret on the E string, right? And it gives me a different tone. So the thing is like the thing that there's two things that will influence where I will play it. It's first of all, it's the song, right? The other thing too is what type of note cutoff am I going for? Because they both have different note cutoffs. Obviously, with the open A string, I'm cutting off the note with this hand. You know, I'm shortening it instead of just letting it, because I have to play this rhythm. Bump, bun, up, dun, up, dun, 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 right? Right? But if I was to play it here, I have a little more control. All right? Now, this is not necessarily like a right or wrong thing. This is, look at it as a way to help you influence your decision, right? I have more control because I'm using this hand to release, and also I'm using a finger here to kind of mute as well, right? And the difference in tone is that over here you get something that is a little more rounder, a little more full, because yeah, you're playing on a thicker string. Playing on the A string, you get something that has a little more ring to it, a little more zing as well, ring and zing. So it's really up to you. You got to use your ears. You got to also, in terms of like, okay, the tone, and also how does it fit with the music? You know, don't just play an A just because you've been told to play an A. Figure out which A is going to be best. These little things will help you. They make the difference. This is what the professionals think. They consider these options, where they're going to play it. I'm not just going to play the A because that's an A, or that, like, where's the best place to play it? What's going to actually sound the best? And that will also vary from instrument to instrument that you're playing as well. So it might, this bass I'm playing here, it's going to sound totally different if I was to play it on a P bass with flat wounds, but you want to be open to the different options, and also be aware of the different options that are available to you for doing something like that. So I hope that's helpful. Lee Lenton is saying, pretty sure Ben has Neuralink installed individually in each finger. No, there's no AI in this. No, none whatsoever. This is all human. This is all human. So no, human driven. And thank you, Flat County. I appreciate it. You subscribed. I hope. Thanks for dropping in. Drop in again next time I go live. And folks, yeah, please like and subscribe to the channel here if you haven't already. And also down in the description box, check out the links to my bass resources. I got courses. If you want to take a one-off lesson with me, or even better, join my bass coaching and mentoring program, where we can cover this kind of stuff, and it's one-on-one as well. Whether you're a beginner or advanced player, it's designed to help you with your bass journey, whatever you're whatever you're working on, or whatever you're trying to achieve. That's what the program is all about, and it's one of the greatest things that I have going here at Bass with Benjamin, other than this incredible live stream that I get to do every single week with you folks as well. I'm going to play some music shortly. I just want to see what else in the chat here. Guitarist 452. So I keep a Fender Squier Strat that has horrific action for exercise. Hey, look, I will also play I have a Ibanez P bass, early 70s. It has flat wounds on it, and it has higher action. It's not terrible to play. It still feels really good to play, but it is higher action because, that's the sound of that instrument. I'm not going to be doing the stuff I do on this bass on that bass. That bass serves a purpose, but I'll practice on that as well, and then I'll get to this and I can just totally fly on it, which is nice. Or I'll play some upright, which I was doing earlier, and then I can get on this, and which is really cool. It also works well on a gig. So I have some gigs coming up where on the gig I'll be playing both basses. And so it's kind of fun where you do that after playing a few tunes on upright, get back on the electric, and it's like, whoa, it's pretty fun. But I would just say this: if you're going to play an instrument that has horrific action, don't injure yourself. All right? It's not worth it. Sure, you can put the action higher on an instrument, but there's no need to put it like super high to where you can like limbo through it. Um, have it so that there's a little bit of resistance there, and you have to work a little harder, but don't hurt yourself. All right, like really don't. Um, um, no, I understood what you were saying, Sasha. No, it's and I'm glad that was helpful. And Lachlan, I'm glad that was helpful to you. Isopropylene, play both at the same time to double your power level, or play both A's, right? Yeah, that sounds terrible. I'm sorry. It actually, you know what's funny is it you would think that it doubles your power level, but it actually kind of cancels it out. It actually like has this weird like it it's has this weird phasing, right? It's got a weird kind of phasing to it. So it actually it's actually going to go against what you're what you're trying to do. It's not like I'm going to add another engine to this and it's going to double the power. No, it actually doesn't. It's pretty funny how that works, right? I guess because when you think about it, I mean it's sound waves, right? So you have both together as opposed to that's way more fatter. You have that. But I'll tell you this though. It is a sound. All right? It is a sound that can be used. All right? It doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. You can absolutely use that for something. I think it's kind of cool. But would I be wanting to use it when playing a tune? No. But I think it's cool. So, it's music. Figure out what you can do with it. Simsy is asking, what measurements do you look for in your bass neck for your style of playing? It's a great question. So I 34-inch scale is typically what I like. Anything a little longer is, I don't know, I just feel like I have to reach more. So I like 34 is as much as I can go. That's what this is. This bass is 17.5 millimeters string spacing. So that's as small as the string spacing I can handle as well. That's probably at the smallest. Anything tighter than that, narrower, my fingers feel like they're bunching up too much. So this is just right. Typically, I like 18 millimeters, which is also pretty standard. So the other basses that you see behind me, apart from the upright, they're 18 millimeters, so which is pretty standard, right? So yeah, that's what I kind of look forward to, or look for in that kind of thing, and something that is very comfortable, obviously, right? I don't mind a kind of baseball bat neck. I don't mind it. And it could be again because I play upright, so I'm just used to the grip, right? So I don't mind it on a bass guitar. I don't mind having a baseball bat in the back. My groove lines kind of have a bit of a baseball bat going on, as opposed to this instrument. This is way more flatter in the back, So yeah, that's but it is a very comfortable instrument to play. Username on YouTube. Wow, very original name. I like it. And it's got a picture of the Death Star. That's hilarious. How long is your neck? Not the base, like your head one. Oh, I don't know how long. I don't know. It's I don't know. Let's see. Now this is going to be in centimeters, so for those of you who use the metric system, you're in luck. So, 17.5 centimeters from, I think, did I do that right? Oh, wait, no, I didn't. Too hot, let's get it here. You'd think it would be like, oh, nah, it's just joke, but you had no idea. I had a tape measure here, right? And just to be clear, the tape measure is for when I was doing some measurements with the upright bass to make sure the bridge was in the right place. So don't get any ideas. If you're thinking anything else, I can't help you. All right, so no, this is 12 centimeters. 12 centimeters. So there you go. 12 centimeter neck that I have, and then 34-inch scale neck on the bass here, and all the other basses. So, there we go. All right, I'm gonna play some music. Oops, I pushed the wrong button. I'm gonna play some music here, and here's a tune that I get to play on a gig, which I'm pretty excited about. I've always wanted to play this one. And so this version I'm going to play is actually a live version as opposed to the album version, because the album version is like way too short. This one they kind of stretch out a little more. So in the mix of this version is a little interesting, so don't mind it. But this is also just for practice purposes for me as well, since I have to play this on a gig, Y'all weren't ready for the tape measure. You weren't, there's all kinds of stuff here, but, trust me, nothing like that will ever happen again, All right, so this is a John Patitucci tune. This is a Change of Season, but this is a live version. As far as I know, when they do get to the little bridge or something, or the transition bit going into the bass solo, I think they kind of screw it up a bit, which is kind of funny, but hey, why not? So here we go. All right, it'll start.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is young John. Thank you. That's actually from a video here on YouTube. Of course, that's Vinny on drums, right? That was like live at the Strand. So if you just go, if you're here on YouTube, you're typing John Patitucci live at the Strand, and that's like the whole concert as well. It's from like '91, I believe. It was during that era when he released his third record, Sketchbook, you know? But that band, so that was John's band. So with Vinny on drums, John Beasley on keyboards, Steve Taglioni on sax. They were burning, man. But, you know, they're playing... playing John's music, music from his, up at that point, his first 3 records that he had recorded. So that tune there, Change of Season, that's from his first record, that self-titled one, which is one of my favorite records, which is really great. Speaking of which, I might play another tune from that. From that record. The first track, actually. I think if you know this, you know. there's just such a cool B section on that tune. That's it's a little challenging to kind of blow over, even the main section as well. What's the I'm trying to remember the changes, but I know it starts in a half diminished B, half diminished, because it was originally he wrote it as like a Brazilian tune. Tune that we're playing. Again, this is another one that Patitucci actually played on, but this is with electric band because I have to play this on a gig. Playing some hard music, man. But before I do that, I really appreciate you all hanging out with me tonight or today or wherever, whatever it is for you. Thank you so much. Yeah, you cats are awesome. I really appreciate you a lot. And whether seeing some regular or familiar usernames or some new usernames, thank you for joining me. And yeah, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button here, as well as, most importantly, down in the description box, check out all my bass resources, courses. Want to take a lesson with me, or join my bass coaching mentoring program. Whatever it is that you are trying to work on or trying to achieve in your bass playing journey, I would love to help you. So whatever I can do to help you. This is why I have Bass with Benjamin. This is why I have my mentoring program. And it's one-on-one. It's just me and you. It's not in a big group or anything. It's just us, and we communicate every single week, and we do sessions as well. So if that sounds like something you need, you want to be held accountable, you want some help setting goals, and maybe you're stuck in a rut, need some help on where to next, anything like that, and the occasional pep talk as well, words of encouragement, please join my bass coaching and mentoring program. I'd love to have you. So the last tune I'm going to play for tonight, this morning, lunchtime, wherever it is for you, of course, is this one here. That's insanity. That's like 20 minutes of insanity. But that actually was good practice right there. I do want to go back to this line here. The unison lines. Great. I'm done. I think I'm done. Save it for the gigs. Anyway, folks, thank you so much. Vanilla Butcher jumping on as I'm about to jump off. But hey, man, thank you, folks, for tuning in. I appreciate you all. Wherever you are in the world, be safe out there. All right. Have fun playing music. And I'll see you again at the end of the week for another live stream. All right. Yeah, I'm tired now. I'm ready to go to bed. But anyway, folks, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Links down below in the description box. Check them out. All right. And like and subscribe. I'll see you soon. Have a great rest of whatever day, night, morning you're in. And I'll talk to you soon. I'll see you soon. Peace, everyone.